Okay.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want the exposure. What are the name of your company?
Oh shit, this story sucks. You ready for this one? So I started the band with these two kids from Connecticut when I was 16 years old, and the way our relationship was that like any good idea that I had, they hated it. So like let's say they're like, Frank, you know, name a song, name the band. I'm like, all right, name the band, right? So I had a name, this and that, and then they hated it. So the way I could get my point across to them, or like meet halfway with them, would be to like think of the worst idea I could think of. Like what's the dumbest shit I can think of, right? And then here you go. And it's funny how things play out like that, you know. So
what happened at Plan B?
nothing. No, like if anyone see the video in Moscow at Plan B, I got electrocuted like 400 volts or 200 volts. I don't know. So it's just a crazy amount of electricity went through my body, put me on my ass. And if you watch the video, you can actually see my guitar tech go to try to pick me up, and he gets blasted too. And until they get the microphone out of my hand, and once the microphone's out of my hand, I just sit up and walk off stage.
Go to the hospital?
No, I don't have any money.
How would you categorize Emmure?
How would I categorize it here?
I mean, there's so many different genres.
I don't.
It's over genre. It's over categorized.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the whole genre specific thing. I think that we're just like a tenacious band. We're a band that just like has real raw energy. Like, you know, we like when we're on stage together, we have such like a high expectation from each other as like musicians and as people that like you get 120% from us every single time you see us. You know, it's never like, oh, they were better last time, blah blah blah. No, every single show is gonna be, you know, 110%, like I said, 130%.
Who influenced?
Everything. I get influenced and inspired by like tons of things I see and hear. It's hard to pinpoint it all now because I'm 27, so it's like I just look for that like realism in things. Like I want to like feel it, you know. It's like that's how I go about everything in life, you know. And whether it's a book or a movie or a song, it's like if I can feel it, then that's real to me, and it'll inspire me and motivate me to do something, you know, creative or interesting as well. You know, it's like you never like, it's like once the mind reaches a new idea, it never goes back. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm constantly reaching that new idea, you know, by things I hear and see.
So going back to what you were just talking about in regards to being influenced by different types of media, last book you read, you could actually point to that to a song.
No, I can't. There's no book that I read that I would say is relevant to my lyrics, but relative to my lyrics, shit. It's been a while, man. We're writing an album right now, right? But the last good book I read was Tao of Wu, actually, by the RZA. It's basically it's his like autobiography, I guess, and I would definitely suggest people check that out because he's like a real smart dude, and like it's, you know, what he says in that book I think is really important, and it really definitely affected me in a lot of ways.
That's definitely good stuff. What are you listening to right now?
Shit, man. Right now, I listen to like a lot of Diane Word, mostly Diane Word, and I listen to a band called King 810 from Detroit. Actually from Flint, really. Those two bands, and who else? A lot of Salem. Salem's like a witch house kind of thing. And I listen to everything, man. I listen to like fucking Drake and Britney Spears and fucking everything, man. Everything. I love it all.
Growing up, what band you saw on the stage is like, I'm gonna do that.
The religious moment, I like to call it. It was actually when I saw Limp Bizkit play MTV Beach House '98. It was the first time Limp Bizkit had ever been on live TV, and I just happened to be a fucking 12-year-old kid, 11, 12 years old, sitting at home watching MTV Beach House, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard or seen in my entire life, and that was it. That was my plan A moment, you know, like, okay, I figured it out, I know what I want to do now, and I just never looked back. I followed that good feeling, and here we are.
So their first album,
Just honestly, like I had known that they existed before seeing them on TV, but it didn't click. I just only heard a song of theirs, and then when I saw them on TV, I was like, holy shit! Like I remember hearing about these guys, and now look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with you talking in front of this camera, so the rest is history.
Going back to the man in the red hat, Mr. Durst, does it bother you that sometimes people say, oh, they sound
No, I think it's awesome, and like, I think it's fun. I think it's funny because I don't really think we sound like Bizkit.
I just read that.
It would be hard to sound like Bizkit, and I mean that in like a really like complimentary way. I think the Bizkit's an amazing band. I don't think we could ever be that kind of band, but the fact that people compare us to them, I think, is because what they did was fucking real. Like they were like, this is what we are. Take it or fucking leave it, and like that's our style, Like I love that about any kind of band or artist who just is like, take it or leave it, And so the comparison there doesn't really bother me in that sense.
What did you think of our last album? Check it out.
I did check it out. I definitely had mixed feelings about it, being a really old school and a really hardcore fan growing up in them. I think that if I had to critique it, I would say that Fred Durst is definitely at his peak as far as like rapping and his voice and like, the way he like performs. I just don't think that they delivered the Bizkit album I was expecting. But that's just me. Maybe other people really loved it. But actually the newest single they put
That's
out,
what I'm talking about.
the Lil Wayne.
Yeah, the Lil Wayne right there.
That track is awesome. Gold Cobra. I had mixed feelings about.
But the new one, kind of digging it.
No, I really dig it. I was super amped on it.
You ever thought about you guys, if you could, do like like they did, a similar collaboration? Would you want to?
Diane Ward, 100%. If I could have anyone rap on a track and like,
you heard it here first.
Yeah, I think that dude is like
the call's going out.
Next level. He's like a next level MC. Like him and Yolandi are just like on a whole other level of like rap, just everything. Like their artistic avenue to me is just like always mind blowing. So much respect.
You got a good story for me on the Mayhem or anything happened that was kind of.
We threw the best party that Mayhem's ever seen. Actually, there's mixers that happen after the show's done. Like all the bands hang out and like fucking eat and drink and shit. And we threw a Ninja Turtle pizza party, and it was a fucking hit. And literally everyone on the tour came, got wild. There was music, food, booze. So we threw the best party of the summer, I think. So that's a highlight for us.
Going back to the Ninja Turtles, you're a Queens boy. What's your favorite slice?
My favorite what?
Slice.
Favorite slice. All right.
Well, New York. I mean, you're a Queens boy, though. So
I'm a fiend for a buffalo chicken slice. Because that's like that specialty pie, man. Oh, it's so good. But Gino's Pizza on Springfield and Horace Harding.
There's so many Gino's.
I was saying Springfield, Horace Harding, Gino's in Bayside has got a good slice. I would definitely check them out. Yeah.
Very good. And the last is I usually ask this question. It's kind of my known question. Van Halen or Van Halen?
Halen.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're going 10 for 0 here.
Figures.
Frankie, it was appreciated.
Good talking to you. Thanks a lot, man.
Looking forward to seeing you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Thanks a lot.